But here we have it.
Yep.
Arsenals and Mythic. I didn't know they were in the same pool.
Kind of surprised.
Then if this is so, I would feel like the seeding is Mythic 3rd in the pool.
Yeah, that's what I would have to say. I'm based off of like current placings that I've seen on the tournaments I've been at and the other challenge brackets that I've peeped on. Yeah, Arsenal's a pretty definitely like evolved into a threat himself, but yeah, I don't know. Mythic is looking pretty scary.
It just really depends because Arsenal's getting all of these leads, all of these consistent punishes, not really going for these confirmed combos, but getting the hits when he can.
Exactly, yeah.
Something that we didn't really see from Troy. Troy was really going for, I'm going to punish you just for throwing it out in general, and then getting up throw, up air. But Wolf, definitely different, more wild type game.
Yep, almost dead even percents now. Lots of hits back and forth.
Ooh.
Does not get the sweet spot, so not going to do it for that.
And calling out the ledge option by going for the double jump down air, but yeah, the conversion not really being that solid.
Excellent auto shield option there from Mythic. Not great D on the neutral air. We'll seal that first stock.
And this is one of the questions that I've asked. Arsenal's playing Wolf more often than not. Don't know if this is one of the characters that he definitely wants to get better at.
Yeah.
Because I would have to say that his Fox is still better than his Wolf.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like that's something that's sort of trending in the metagame overall, is that Wolf is starting to become more relevant. Hard to say for me personally whether or not he's like straight up better than a Fox, but he's definitely got like stronger tools where you can just like, well, I'm going to blaster in neutral, sort of like the flowchart we were talking about earlier today. Fox has to play like pretty meticulous and very like spacing heavy and has to dance around his opponent a lot. And Wolf's gonna be like, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm shooting. I'm shooting now. Okay. Now we're gonna go from there.
Exactly. Yeah, because he can just throw out the gun, and then the options that he can get off of throwing are just neutral being in general. You can hack stash from ledge. You can waveland into shine. Really calling out the spacing that Mythic has. Also contesting the Snowflake PK Frost.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like his overall Wolf plays in sort of like the same style as Falco does, just with like the laser pressure setting up for pressure and stuff. But is also a little bit more mobile and a little bit better air control, so he can kind of jump around and like fall randomly from full hop height into different stuff. A little bit more kind of like an in between of Falco and Wolf. Falco and Fox, rather. He is Wolf.
Yeah.
So not exactly an in-between. Interesting footstool setup there from Arsenals.
Yeah, it looks like Arsenals is going for some really, I don't want to say nutty, but
definitely a little fun.
Definitely a little weird, because he opted out to go for a side B and then missing the shorten, and then afterwards going for down air, footstool, and then a missed conversion. Feel like he's testing the waters a little bit,
possibly
seeing what he can get off with the character. But still having the lead.
Yep, not great DI in that forward air.
And then he didn't get the sweet spot of the fair, but it doesn't matter.
Still DI'd out super hard. So
fair on Wolf is a very good tool, because depending on how you DI, you're either going to die off the top or die off the side, depending on what the hit is.
Yeah, and because of the lower knockback on the sour spot, you can see some stuff where like purposefully sour spot to combo a little bit better. We see some characters with like Marth and Roy.
Oh.
Okay, yep, gonna dip out with the up E.
And we're not really seeing all of the wins in neutral and these consistent punishes that we're seeing from Mythic when he had Troy, because that was
nice,
really good.
Yeah, I feel like there was an interaction early on in the first stock where Mythic was like, okay, I'm pressing buttons, I'm doing stuff, and then Arsenal's crouch cancel shined him out of his shine pressure. And I don't know if it was that specifically or just like the momentum that Arsenal's got afterwards, but Mythic just didn't get any like really big pressure going afterwards. He got like some random down airs and like conversions and like not bad combos, but the pressure definitely is not what we have seen from his earlier pool matches, that's for sure.
And I think it's the playstyle overall between Arsenals compared to Troy. Arsenals standing still a little bit more, staying in place, while if we saw Troy in his neutral habits is dashing around,
the dash stance, for sure.
Trying to create that pressure based off movement. And yeah, I mean, we do see all these small dashes, but he's consistently staying in a good place where he can still hold down and then go for the
Right.
options that he wanted.
Right, yeah.
Kind of like a good in between what we saw between Mario Bros and Troy.
Okay, gonna be some back throw stuff. Yeah, if you do not DI away from that, you can't get regrabs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Trying to call it out with his tree branch. Lucas's mom not really getting him a bat, but
right, right. Having to make do with what he's got.
yeah, there are reasons as to why he doesn't have it.
Oh, a little bit ambitious there. Good DI from Mythic. Too low to be able to get caught by that side B.
And that was one of the things that we're talking about. If Arsenals is going to go for this risky stuff and start feeling himself, I think he just has to be more consistent because you're going to get options like that where Mythic could just pull the lead off of it.
Right, yeah. If you go for it and don't get it, momentum gets skewed so hard.
And Arsenal's being a very big momentum-based player. I don't agree with the pick to go back to PS2.
Yeah.
I feel like there could have been better stages just to send Wolf, especially since Arsenal is a big, big lover of PS2. If he loses, he's going to do what that melee mindset is I feel like I could have just beaten you there. We're going to go back to the stage.
Right, yeah. Good trade
and
for Mythic.
I think the stage just helps Spaceys in general.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, the platforms can be used as sort of like safe areas to set up the blaster pressure from Wolf. Lots of combos and stuff you can get off of it. Yeah, I haven't seen Mythic use it. In fact, the platforms are kind of getting in Mythic's way with like down air into up smash stuff, getting like landing on the platform ever since where it would normally have killed.
And that was a good mix-up from Arsenal's on the laser pressure. He was throwing out, it looked like 3 high lasers, and Mythic still respecting it, still giving away that space and not getting the conversion. Arsenal's just one of the many mind games that you can set by throwing out that laser.
Oh, no sweet spot, but that time, there we go. Second time's the charm.
And still showing out skill, and this game just came back to even. Arsenal's even with that unfortunate SD in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, nice down smash.
Oh, if that PK Frost came out, the Snowflake calling out Arsenal's, I feel like that could have been
Oh,
it.
the double jump cancel up airs, though. Lots
He's
of damage.
He's headbanging. He's
Yeah.
listening to the music.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, see, like right there, if he was on another stage, I'm pretty sure he would have got just a guaranteed conversion off of the magnet there. But still get good damage. But it's like, I feel like it could have been a kill.
Yeah.
And the platform definitely got in the way.
And that's what you're looking for, because at this percent, I mean, you just need the kill.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you let Wolf live even a second longer. I mean, he's a very momentum-based character. Like, if he gets to get in on you super deep, he can put on lots of damage. Especially, like a semi-fast brawler like Lucas.
Nice nair.
Yeah, that'll do it. High enough percent.
And especially at that high percent, from Spaceys, you could just opt out for a grab back throw.
Yep.
Easier said than done, but you still have the options rather than going for all of this wild stuff with magnet and down airs, up smashes.
Okay, yep. Arsenal's, does not get the side B.
And that's the nutty stuff that we've been seeing.
Yeah, back
Is it gonna cost
airs.
him?
Nice tech there. Arsenal still holding on.
And Mythic still respecting the space.
Ooh.
And really good to absorb it with magnet. I can see why he wouldn't do it earlier into the match, especially because Arsenal's looking for the confirms off of laser, rather it hitting or not.
Yeah.
So, nice get up attack just to stop the pressure from Mythic.
Oh, scary position here.
Ooh. And the PK recovery, very tricky.
Yeah.
Because the hitbox is actually a lot larger than people would expect. Not as powerful as a hit that you would see from Ness, but still disrupting a
Right,
good edge
yeah,
guard.
yeah. Bad things can definitely happen if you get caught by it.
And if Mythic really wants to get this ahead, it's a 5-minute game. Really testing Mythic's patience.
Yeah. Definitely have to play patient against the Wolf Blaster.
Oh, tricky up air. But nice stall from Magnet. Is that going to be it?
Yep. Again, once again, getting caught by kind of surprised by the neutral air out of shield from Mythic, sending out that super low angle whenever it doesn't react properly. So,
Ooh,
Yep.
I heard it.
Yeah, sounds like Arsenal's going to be pulling out the Fox now for the third game in this set.
I think this is the right answer,
Yeah.
specifically for Arsenal's, because the conversion's just going to be more consistent.
Yeah.
Arsenal's getting a lot of grabs, and his combo game is pretty phenomenal with Fox, and he doesn't have to go and test and go for the nutty stuff. And still going for his game plan just to crouch cancel shine the pressure from Mythic.
Right, same thing works. Hitbox isn't quite as large, but it's still going to do the trick.
But the shine does send Mythic into knockdown rather than Wolf, where you would have to double shine depending on
That's true.
the crouch
That's true.
cancel.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice placement of Nair from Arsenal's to get him off stage, but not really confirming the edge guard.
Bad position now. Does manage to tether to the ledge.
Oh,
Does get a grab, though. That is bad position for Arsenal's. Does not hold the ledge, though, whenever he goes to that side B. Pretty tricky situation there. He would have had to, like, re-tether to be invulnerable whenever the Fox was coming with side B. So, good choice by Arsenal's for sure.
I'm not really agreeing with the grab option that Mythic chose just to go for the down air into back air. That was a really,
Yeah, I'm pretty
really
sure that's what he was going for
Yeah.
whenever he got the down throw. He wanted that spike to just finish that stock quick. Only got, the meaty backwards hitbox instead, so had to make do with what he had afterwards.
And this neutral going a little wild, everyone.
Oh.
Arsenal's throwing out the Nairs and Mythic throwing out the magnets at each other.
Right,
trying to
yeah,
hit each
like
other.
the double jump cancel up airs from Mythic. Okay, yep, getting his tech chase going.
And one of the things I didn't talk about earlier, even though Mythic's been on stream a lot, is the controller scheme that Mythic uses.
That's right, yeah.
His, I think his X is, or his Y is jump, his X is grab, and I think his R is special?
I believe it's Z.
Z?
Yeah, feel free to, if you're watching this later, Mythic, feel free to correct us.
Yeah, no, I definitely could be wrong. But
yeah, that's one of the reasons why he can do like the multi shines, or like the multi magnets rather, that he does.
Because he can just hit all three.
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah. It's very easy. You can have different fingers for each different one, so it's not like I didn't get the snap. It's not like if you're jumping with X and multi shining with Fox, you gotta jump your thumb over the big ass screen A button.
Yeah.
And it can be pretty challenging with the fast jump squat that Fox has. So.
Yeah, but with button mapping, it's just right
with button
there.
mapping, you just have to alternate button presses with the different fingers.
Very odd though, because I've asked him before, just jump, cancel, grab.
Yeah, that is technically a thing Lucas can do. His grab is so committal though. So I can understand like not wanting to make that a bread and butter option, because I mean in this matchup, despite the fact that Mythic's his shield pressure is so strong, Arsenal's is never just sitting in one place. If it was against like a really big character, maybe, but even then you could just pressure even harder and then just eventually shield stab them.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, especially just asking yourself, what does this character need more? Is it consistent shield pressure, or maybe call out with a grab, which not really going to say, especially since it is a tether grab.
Right. Very, very risky stuff.
And it is last stock. Mythic could pull this upset respectively. I'm not saying that Mythic is a worse player, but I feel like how seeding would go.
How it's been seeded, yeah, definitely in contention here, but no, threw out the Zare too high. Was not high enough to get onto the stage and was too high to tether directly to the ledge.
Instead of just going for the air dodge into tether, he just tried to get the rising tether for a different pace.
I feel like in a lot of situations there's very little reason not to throw out the Zare as Lucas, but that was probably was one of them there.
It's going to be